The original idea was to do a two-man monologue between a son and his dad. The dad would like to bring back young woman to his son's house whilst his son worked the night shift. However, the son found out and gave his dad an ultimatum.
Tell me, in what world is it normal for a 65-year-old man to bring back slappers his son's age back to his son's gaff frequently? What part of that is normal to you? So this is the reason you want to dash me out? You just don't get it, do you? Mum's been dead 5 years, and it seems that you've stepped in some kind of time machine and gone back 40 years, Dad. Oh, so was jealous? You're jealous because I'm getting more action in the bedroom department than you? Jealous? You really are full of yourself, aren't you, Dad? Because I think utterly disgrace is the more appropriate description of the way I feel about a man. I mean, have you got no shame at all?
I posted that content on my social medias, Facebook in particular, and within a few hours I had a comment from someone who had followed my previous work saying that they loved it and was looking forward to see the second episode. Before the ultimatum, I was fortunate enough to land the lead role in an amazing theatre production called Justice is Served, which was written by Anthony Wright for a professional theatre company in Wales called Bard Griat Productions. In that play, I played a Jamaican miner in Wales, 1950.
Jesus, look at the size of that. Been grab a shovel, splat. No. Leave it alone, right? Done nothing wrong to us, unlike you. Right, break's over. Back to work. Some more than others. Scoring here and there with scraps at the table. Speak for yourself. I take scraps from no one. Proud man is you. Prouder than you. I mean, I'm amongst filthy rats, maybe. And the worst is a filthy black one.
Well, I see we have a little baby red Irish one down here.
Don't you ever say that, or I will bury you.
Alive. Now the way you shove your water.
Taking a piss.
You ashamed of hearing there? Where you got it from?
Our business is not of yours.
You don't know? Ready here? Surname Burn. Your paddy. I mean, who can't even sing up here.
Don't say that to my face.
I could bust your ass, but you're not worth losing a job for.
Coming towards the end of that production, I started toying with the idea of developing a web series to keep me busy whilst I was waiting on my next booking to come through my agent. So I started developing the ultimatum.
Until he moves on to his next project, Ace. Him moving out means me and you moving on to the next stage of our relationship. Doing normal things that couples do. Waking up to each other every morning. I want to taste some of that life. Listen, babe. Let me call you back. I love you too. What we doing? Sneaking into people's houses now, are we? Since whenever I had that to knock, eh? That is not the point. How long you been stood there anyway? Long enough to know that my suspicions were correct. What do you mean by that? Meaning I knew all along that the reason that you're kicking our roadman out is because you could have a bit of pom-pom on tap. Well, if you're that concerned, Malachi, why don't you take him in and live with you? Oh, I forgot, you can't, because you got a wife and family. Yeah, that's right. Then there's you, with a 3-bedroom house, which mysteriously has all of a sudden got too small to shed his old man. Look, if you've come here looking for an argument, you're barking up the wrong tree. Because in this case, I've made up my mind.
I wanted to do something different, and being that I was always influenced by Eddie Murphy and his ability to play multi-characters in one of my favourite films of all time, Coming to America, So I suppose doing this production gave me the opportunity to test those waters.
Since when, Dad? Please don't lie to me this time. You forget, say, it's me bring you and your brother into this rash world, not the other way around. And I suppose it gives you the reason to ignore all the danger signs that this stuff triggers in. You know what? I'm done. Well, me done too. Me done when people pass them judgment upon me. When I do something that make me feel good. Me done when people tell me I can't do what I want to do when I want to do it. Yeah, that's right, Dad. You keep drinking. Go on, right to the last drop, till you fall asleep and wake up and find that the bottle's empty. Then what? What are you gonna do? Make use of those musical talents of yours, eh? Start busking in the town centre so you could afford another bottle. Last time we fell into such a dark place was when your mother passed away. I didn't love her with my soul. She loved you just as much, Dad. It was your brother that did save me from drinking myself to death the last time.
The early episodes of the Ultimatum consisted of between 5 to 8 minutes, and I was putting out 2 episodes a week. And then I started to see, again, decent views. I was getting around 1,000 views a week for each of the episodes. So this built the momentum, and I started getting followers for the show, and people really was liking what they saw.
Me say, the one boy will take after you, Blanchy. Him kick me out of the yard, you know. Kick me out like football. He wasn't doing nothing wrong. Me mean, the woman them me was seeing, they was just a distraction. If you were still here, Blanchy, not one of them would have get a look in. Morning, Dad. Yes, but I am doing. I am mourning the dead. I've been asking around some friends, as well as on social media, see if people could keep a lookout for a room for rent. Asking for you. You're moving out. We've got to be realistic, Dad. No man your age should be living under the conditions that you're willing to accept. So you think making me become the burden to somebody else is the solution? Dad, you've never been a burden. You stand more chance of me believing that if your brother put it in writing. Look, Dad, regardless of Mike's decisions, I still care about my dad. That's why I put you up for a night in a travel lodge. If it takes me doing that to keep you off the streets, I'm willing to do the overtime so I could be able to afford it. You need to ask for a refund. Well, what was it? Was the mattress not comfortable enough? Was the breakfast bad? Me wouldn't know. Dad! What you want, boy? You can't just let me be, man. What you bother people for? Why do you keep doing it, Dad? You just keep on looking a gift horse in the mouth. I mean, who in their right mind would choose a night on a park bench over a night on a king-size, comfortable bed in a not-too-shabby hotel? Look at me and them. You see anything different? Me stop wear this ring when we bury your mother. Today me put it on. Cause me decide say, me want to wake up in the morning to tell her happy birthday. Is that alright with you? I completely forgot. Look, Dad, if you're not willing to take help from me, how about taking help from people who are trained to care for older people for a living? It's work. Sorry, I gotta say this.
My mum had done a bit of acting in her childhood in a school play. So yeah, it was always on my agenda to have her involved in one of my projects. She worked previously on an older episode I done called Amanda. So yeah, she was keen on being involved in this one when I gave the opportunity, bless her.
Can't remember the last time me see you. The family's so distant.
That's true.
So a pub you come from?
No. Why make you say that?
You see this nose of mine? It's very sensitive from me born.
Well, alright. Me did stop at the pub to check the football. Then me realize me lost my wallet.
Then how you manage to buy drink and you don't have no money?
Well, one of my friend named Trevor, he didn't see me a search for my wallet. So, he was kind unto me and didn't pay for the drink.
Well, bless the Lord. There's some very generous people in the world, after all.
Well, yes, very few. But the only thing now, me can't do the little shopping I did plan to do today.
Then Winston, you cancel your card?
Card? Me no walk with card. Me walk with money.
Then how much money you have in your wallet?
It's £100 me loss. Whoever find me wallet, them now go hungry tonight.
Then don't you still live with one of your son?
No man. I moved out about a year ago. Me have me own flat down on London Road now.
Then where are you going?
To retrace my step. If me find the wallet in time, me can continue with me plan to get the shopping then.
You don't want a cup of tea before you go?
Sweet Beryl, my dear cousin, a cup of tea is not going to find me £100.
It's a shame you don't have your card on you. I would have transferred some money to you, but you could pay me back when you get it.
Then you would have do that for me, cousin?
Of course. It wouldn't be the full 100. About £60 we could give you. But as you say, you don't have a card.
Alright, well, is it thought that counts, so thank you.
Winston, wait. Pass me code for me. I will walk to the cash point with you and draw the money out for you, okay?
If I could pinpoint a memorable moment throughout my whole career so far, it would definitely have to be the episode that I filmed on the Eastern Avenue Bridge.
What a lovely view. This is why I love you, Glastar. For on a nice sunny morning with a bottle of origin bitter, you make a man feel good. Yeah. But what if we was to go back to the war on alcohol in the early 19th century, when the efforts were strong to abolish the goodness in you, the battle. They said that the woman at the time did say, the woman at the time did say that because of the alcohol, us men were less disciplined. I could believe that. Because the alcohol made me do many things I wouldn't do without it. Sometimes I don't remember doing it anyway. They wasn't lying, but there is no discipline in me deceiving my lovely cousin to take money out of savings so I can buy a few more bottles. So maybe the war back then on alcohol was a good thing. But I don't think I'd be able to survive if I was around then.
During that particular episode, I remember a woman who had lived at one of the houses nearby had walked up to the bridge while I was filming to see if I was okay. Being that I only had my iPhone and a tripod to actually film, which I do with all the episodes, I guess she didn't know I was acting.
But when I weigh in the pros and the cons of jumping this bridge, the pros seem to be the heaviest. Me working through my problems means being dependent on good stuff in this battle. And running away from those who oppose.
Shortly after filming my scenes on the bridge, I'd done another scene on an alley nearby, and the same woman had approached me again, this time carrying 2 bottles of water that she just bought inside a Tesco bag. And she actually had me in mind because she was actually concerned for my well-being. Bless her. Some of the feedback that I received from the first few episodes was that how much it reminded them of EastEnders. And someone actually said that the 2 twins that I played reminded them of the Mitchell brothers, Grant and Phil. That's a compliment, right?
I need the thing. Anyway, bro, I've come to pick up some bits for that investor, right? Just going up in his room. Well, don't it make sense to take the rest of his things? There's no rushes there. Well, actually, me and Elaine were talking about decorating Dad's old room. We're trying for a baby. Don't you think it's a bit too soon? Too soon? What are you on about? Me and Elaine been together for 2 years. I'm not questioning your fate on finding the right one, Mike. I'm referring to the fact that the dust don't even sell yet on Dad moving out, and yet you're making family plans elsewhere. You know, I expected you of all people to be happy for me. I mean, after all the years you've been banging on about me settling down, now I finally have. It's a problem. I'm not saying I'm not happy for you, but suppose we can't get him in an emergency accommodation in time. He's going to need a plan B, ain't he? Andrew's cool with him staying with us for a couple of weeks. But anything more with the kids and that, it's going to be a stretch. Plus, I don't think Dad could stick it out on the sofa for that long. I mean, a man his age shouldn't have to. Look, Just leave me out of the pity party, yeah? Because just a couple of days ago, Dad was willing to rough it out on the park bench for much longer. Well, I'm going to go and grab some of Dad's things. I'll let you know when I'll be back for the rest.
I started to delve into the idea of creating more characters.
I think that's everything about me. So tell me a bit more about you then, Dad. Oh my gosh. It feels so good to finally say that, Dad. How's it going then, Dad? Did you watch a game last night, Dad? Sorry, I'm just exercising my right to call you Dad, I guess. So go on then. Over to you. Side joke. So how many siblings have I got?
You have 2 brothers, twins as a matter of fact, and 1 on the way.
Another one on the way.
Yes?
How old are you?
I'm 64.
And how old's the baby mum?
28.
So you're balling, yeah? Sitting on couple million? House on a hill?
Well, that is the goal.
Goal? You mean at your big age, you're not only breeding younger women, you're still chasing dreams?
Is there a problem?
Yes, there bloody is! For the past 2 years, I've allowed myself to have hopes of finding my dad and building a relationship.
Well, Sheila, this is who I am. You're not the first person to question my life choices, and you won't be the last.
One of my younger sisters, Jessica, had previously been creating her own sketches and posting on Instagram. So I was always keen to get her on board with one of my projects as well. So I was delighted when she agreed to be part of this project, and she done 2 episodes with me. At this point, people were asking for longer episodes, so I decided to reduce the output to 1 a week, and I developed longer episodes and stretched my ability to play more multi-characters. There was Virgil.
Hello, baby. So good to hear your voice.
Don't get it twisted. This isn't a leisure call.
So why are you ringing me?
As a matter of fact, I'm calling to find out what you've been up to. Winston's blocked me on Facebook. I'm guessing this is your doing?
Look, what your sugar daddy chooses to do with his Facebook has now to do with me.
So you've had no contact with Winston at all in the last 48 hours?
How would I? You've made it fully clear that we're over.
Virgil, it's me you're talking to. And you and I both know you're not one to back down without a fight.
There was Tariq.
Please tell me what the backside I'm doing with my hands and feet them tied. Ah! First things first, I do not like your tone. Or how you deal with my good friend, Virgil. I believe that you know him. You had one job, to give your word that you will have no further dealings with his beloved Sophie or the baby. Look, brother, I don't even know if the baby is mine. Have you not heard the story of Father Abraham? He was 99 years of age when his wife Sarah first conceived. I am not that old, but you are not far from it. Alright, suppose the baby is mine. Having been raised upon the principles that I was raised on, it wouldn't sit right in my soul to grant Virgil's request. Oh, you sound like such a noble, nice man. But my friend, if you resist, then I must do the job that I was sent to do.
There was Marcia.
It's not a bloody duppy you're staring at, you know, Winston. Marcia, you may never know so you fly over to England. Then you never hear about the fires in California. But I thought you was living in New York with your daughter and her family. California is about 6 hours away from there. You know what I'm like, Winston. I'm an overthinker. Now the house of Jericho is coming down. Los Angeles. The fallen angels. Do you know it's all written in the Bible? Then whose son is this? This is Guilford's son, Virgil. Oh yes, I see it. The forehead doesn't lie. So why your head look so wild? You frightened I come? So, how you get this address? I keep in touch with Beryl, you see. Ah, it seemed that everybody abroad go through Beryl to get to me. So she will be putting up with you during your stay here. What a way you make people feel welcome at your yard. Suppose it's here I want to stay. It's a 3-bedroom house, you know. Well, it's a good thing I book a 5-star hotel. 5-star? Then you're a rich woman. It's not me pay for it. I have a friend. Maybe I should go and get some fresh air. I hope you're not leaving on my account. Why, I thought you two might want some space to catch up, you know. Don't be silly. At this rate, I won't be here long.
There was Samson.
Good night, gentlemen. See you in the morning, Almacia.
Seems like a nice old bird you're aren't But I still need you to pay me in full.
Follow me outside to my garden, where every 50-quid note is crisply made and freshly picked from my money tree.
All jokes aside, I wasn't joking.
Give over 200 quid. Where am I supposed to get that kind of money from?
See, there's a time for that.
And what might that be?
A you problem.
And what if I was to dispute this great debt I'm in?
Well, I won't be signing it over to the solicitors, that's for sure.
Well, a deposit it is then. There you go. 50 pence. Take it or leave it.
50p. I'll give you 50 punches in the egg.
No need for violence, is there?
It seems like you've forgotten who looked out for you when we were doing Bird and Bristol HMP. The more characters I produced, the more crazy the schedule got. So beforehand, I was filming whenever I can get a quiet moment in the house, be it in the daytime or the nighttime. And eventually it got to the point where I was getting up at 2 in the morning and filming right through till about 7, where I'd be editing up until the noon in time to put out an episode for 3 p.m. that afternoon, all because of the algorithms and whatnot. But yeah, that's dedication for you, baby.
Hey up. You're taking this new year, new me thing to a whole new level, Uncle Winston. Give over. Mr. Motivator. Talk about black don't crack. He still looks the same as he did when I was a schoolboy watching him on telly.
And as they say, all good things come to an end. The finale for The Ultimatum came on episode 58.
Right. I have booked a flight to New York from Bristol on Saturday morning, and I have also found a good deal on a hotel over in Bristol, which I'm heading to now. And I said you could start making arrangements to get back to your family. I didn't mean so soon. Yes, I know, darling. But I've been speaking to my daughter Cynthia since, and luckily she reminded me that it is my little grandson's 6th birthday on Sunday. He's having a party. To cut a long story short, I have been summoned to be part of his surprise via my Peppa Pig costume, which I will be turning up in. Smashing. Well, at least let me give you a lift to the hotel. Oh, no, it's okay. My Uber is 2 minutes away. In that case, I will assist you with your luggage. You're a gentleman. Do me a favor, please, Winston, and tell Virgil that I will call him tomorrow.
Of course.
I hope it's not another 21 years before we see each other again.
Goodbye, Marcia.
Goodbye.
Well, I'm co-writing for a project which I won't say too much about just yet, but I will say watch the space.
I gotta get my life together. They say when it rains it falls. The sunshine don't shine forever. I've been hit by an ultimatum. I gotta get my life together. They say when it rains it falls. The sunshine don't shine forever.